District. Today is Tuesday, December 17th. It's approximately 6:01 p.m. Good evening, honorable board members and respectable members of the public. Muy buenas tardes, honorables miembros de la mesa directiva y respetables miembros del público. Let's go ahead and get started with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you can please stand. Hand on your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'll be taking roll call. Trustee Garcia-Reese.
Present.
Trustee Espinosa.
Here.
Trustee Nugent.
Here.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Here.
Thank you very much. We'll go on to open session, and right before we do that, I just want to say that on the agenda, we will be moving item number 6, public comment session on agenda items, over to under open session. It'll be number 2 under open session, so I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. So starting with that, public comment. At this time, the Board of Trustees will hear comments, presentations, or requests on matters listed on this agenda or other topics that are not on the agenda but are within the board's jurisdiction. Speakers are requested to give their names and addresses. Time limit for speakers is 3 minutes. The board shall limit the total time for the public input on each item to 20 minutes. The board reserves the right to limit presentations. This meeting is being recorded. Do we have anybody here for our public comment session? No one? Okay. So next, we will go to public comment session, non-agenda items. At this time, the Board of Trustees will hear comments, presentations, or requests on matters not listed on this agenda or other topics that are not on the agenda but are within the board's jurisdiction. Speakers are requested to give their names and addresses. Time limit for speakers is 3 minutes. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 10 minutes. The board reserves the right to limit presentation. This meeting is being recorded. Do we have anybody here for non-agenda items?
No.
No one? Okay, then we will move on. And I will leave, Trustee Nugent requested to say a few words before we go on to the next item.
Yes, just a couple words. Good evening. I want to welcome all of you again. I know it's a very busy holiday season, and I thank you for being here. I'd like to start by thanking our outgoing trustees. I know we talked a little bit about it at the last meeting, but Mr. Eric Rodriguez, Mrs. Diana Garcia-Reese, and Ms. Maria Pineda, thank you for serving very honorably on the board these last 2 years. It's difficult to say goodbye, but I just wanted to tell you one more time, and I appreciate that. And I know, Maria, you're going to be a little, have empty hands, so I wanted to bring this to you. So in case you
Thank
need
you.
to
Very
have a
cute.
go at it, you can go ahead and do that. Thank you for the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can speak for myself that this has been one of the greatest honors I've had to serve in this leadership role for the Central Union High School District. And as I've told some of the students and the parents and the teachers, I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere, and I plan to continue supporting music education and the performing arts to the best of my ability and serving our district. So thank you very much. This is an amazing school district, and I know that we move forward from here for sure. Anybody else?
I just want to thank everybody for coming over tonight. I hope that this room is full every second Tuesday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be present at these meetings. We need to be present in our children's lives. Okay, it's not just about sports. It's not just about hanging out, when we're at the football games and the sport life. It's about everything around it. We need to be present in our children's lives. So we encourage you all to be here. I don't have any more kids here, so. But, you never know. Like Maria says, we'll be around. My emphasis was always in making the child whole. And I wasn't focused on a single sport or a single art or anything. I just wanted to make sure that the child had food at home, had shoes on their feet, and a jacket during winter. Those are always my main goals. So I'll still be around. I still have the people that take care of that at each school. They have my number, and I'm sure, but, so that was my emphasis on this. And please don't ever forget our smaller feeder schools, because that is where sometimes they fall through the cracks. And if they fall through the cracks at the smaller school, we need to be the one that catches them. So please, thank you.
Thank you. So with that being said, we'll move on to item number 3 under open session, administration of oath of office for Ms. Debbie Ellett, Beatriz Mora, and Yolanda Tavares by Dr. Farkas.
Okay, it's an honor to be with everyone tonight to swear in our 3 new board trustees. Ladies, please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Debbie Ellett.
I, Yolanda Tavares.
I, B. Mora.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
I solemnly swear that I will defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
Without
any mental reservation and purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
and upon I am
about to
enter.
Welcome aboard. It's a pleasure. Our new trustees.
Can't sit over there anymore.
Assume your new positions. Okay, congratulations.
Okay, what we'll go ahead and do right now, we'll take a quick recess, because if you like to take some quick pictures, and then we'll turn the nameplates around, and then we'll get down to business. Okay, it's about 5-minute break. Board of Trustees. I truly am looking forward to working with all of you, also along with Miss Elizabeth Espinosa. I've had the opportunity to work with Miss Ellett as we were both teachers in the Central Union High School District in the late 80s and early 90s for several years, dating back to the days of Joe Maruca. So that kind of tells you where we've been and through the several superintendents we've worked with in the past. We worked together when it was Central Union High School and Park Avenue High School. So it kind of goes back. I believe some of you might remember those days that are in the audience today. Probably a majority of you do not, but they were just the two schools. So welcome back. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much.
Our district has grown, but the focus still remains the same. I've also had the opportunity to work with Ms. Mora as we were together at Central Union High School from the early 90s. When Bee started her career at Central, she was in the cafeteria, became security, and when I was getting ready to finish off my career as athletic director, Bee was the bus driver taking our students to several games. I'd meet Bee in front of the gym, and she'd take our kids to games, always with a smile on her face, whether we won or lost. So Bee, definitely look forward to working with you again. And I'm really looking forward to working with and getting to know Ms. Tabares. I already have a little connection already when I saw him here. And so I'm delighted to have you as a trustee, and I can already tell you're going to be a valuable asset to the Central Union High School District. I know Ms. Ellett and Ms. Moore have had wonderful experience of working with our students and staff for several years in the past. Now it is time to work for the students and staff of the Central Union High School District. So thank you, welcome aboard, and is there anything you'd like to say? Starting with Ms. Moore.
And that's fine. No. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your support. Before the election actually hit the final, you know how they kept us on our toes, I was already blessed. And I always get all sentimental. Seeing all the support, not only from my family, by my ex-coworkers, a lot of members from my community, I was already 100% blessed. I say, win or lose, we're throwing a party, that's for sure. But I am here. I've been serving my community for, I'm not gonna say how many years because then I'll be dating myself, but I'm always willing. I'm here, I'm an open book, very transparent. I was asked to say 2 lies and a truth, and my child says, Mom, everybody knows everything about you. You know, anything that you try to say it's a lie, they're gonna know right away. And that's the way you see me. Every time you see me, what you see is what you get, for sure. But thank you very, very much. I'm very blessed. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Tavares, and I'm gonna be new here, but I've been in sports with all my kids. I have 5 kids, 3 that are still at the district, and nieces and nephews at the Central District, at the Central School. So I'm looking forward to new changes, because I have seen a little things that here or there that they do need change. And the community trusted their kids and everything on me, so I'm thankful from all the votes that I've got. So we're here to serve everybody in the community and our children. Thank you.
I am humbled and very honored to have this privilege to serve in this district just in a different direction. I'm very, very proud of the opportunities, lots of things the district's done. I'm looking forward to working with teachers, parents, students. And my desire is Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. That's my desire. I know there's lots of things I need to learn, but I believe God will give me the wisdom I need to do the best for everybody involved. So I really want to thank everybody for this wonderful privilege and opportunity. I really look forward to meeting more people and having time with other people. Thank you very much.
Okay. Item 5 is reorganization of the board.
We're voting on the approval
certification of election results. The superintendent recommends that the governing board approves the certification of the election results as presented. So, can I have a motion to approve the certification of the election results as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the certification results as presented.
Motion by Espinosa. Can I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Second by Ms. Mora. Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 2, nomination of and election of board president and clerk for the board for the 2024-25 year. The board is requested to elect a president and a clerk of the board at this time. Do I have a nomination for president of the board for the 24-25 year?
I'll make a motion to nominate Sandy Nugent for president of the board for 2024-2025 school year.
Do I have a second?
I second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Now we have to do the nomination of the clerk. Do I have a motion at this time for the nomination of the clerk of the board for the 24-25 school year?
I'll nominate Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
as the clerk of the
Espinosa.
board.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess I can officially call this meeting to order. Welcome to Ladies' Night.
Welcome, Madam President. Congratulations. That's incredible.
Okay. Item number 4, appointment of district superintendent to serve as secretary to the board. It is recommended that the governing board appoint the superintendent to serve as secretary to the board. Do I have a motion?
I move to appoint the district superintendent to serve as secretary to the board.
Okay, we have a motion by Mrs. Elliott. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Second by Ms. Moore. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5, appointment of community board representatives to the ECEF and the IVROP Foundation. The board is requested to elect a representative for the El Centro Education Foundation. Do I have a nomination for this position? I would like to nominate Elizabeth Espinosa to serve as the ECEF representative.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to those fundraisers.
Yeah. Okay, the second item that we need to take care of is the IVROP representative. So do I have a motion to elect an individual to be our IVROP representative at this time?
I'll make the motion to recommend Miss Debbie to the IVROP.
I'll
Ms.
second.
It has been motioned and second that Ms. Ellett will be the IVROP representative. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Congratulations. Put you to work right off the bat.
I'll have fun at Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, we already moved item 6 earlier, and so we'll go ahead and go to item number 7, approval of the agenda. So we need to make an approval for the agenda for today, December 17th, 2024. Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Thank you. Motion, and do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 8, consent agenda items. All items appearing on the consent agenda are routine business matters and will be acted upon by one motion without discussion. Should any board member request that an item be considered separately, that item will be added to the end of the regular agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
I move that we, all items appearing. I move that we approve the consent agenda items.
Thank you. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, action items. Okay. Resolution designating persons to sign the school orders and approval of the authorized signature. Superintendent recommends that the governing board approves the resolution designating persons to sign orders, school orders, and the authorization signature form as presented. So I need a motion to approve the resolution to sign school orders and authorized signature.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Ms. Mora?
I'll second.
Second. This is a roll call vote, so we'll go ahead and take the roll call at that time.
Aye.
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 Okay, so motion carries. Item number 2, that section. Resolution number 121724-11, proclaiming the month of January as School Board Member Recognition Month. The governing board recommends the adoption of Resolution 121724-11, proclaiming January as School Board Recognition Month. Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And do I
I'll
have a
second. I'll second.
Okay, before we vote, Dr. Farkas is going to read the proclamation.
School Board Recognition Month. Whereas an excellent public education system is vital to the quality of life for all California citizens and communities. And whereas our local school boards act immediately to ensure our children's academic, social, emotional, physical, and mental health needs continue to be met at a time when students need consistent services most. And whereas school board members continue to push to do more with less to serve the children in our community each and every day. And whereas local school board members are committed to children and believe that all children can be successful learners and that the best education is tailored to the individual needs of the child. And whereas school board members work closely with parents, educational professionals, and other community members to create the healthiest environments possible where all students can thrive. And whereas school board members are responsible for building and maintaining the structure that provides a solid foundation for our school system. And whereas school board members are strong advocates for public education and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectations to the district. And whereas the mission of the public schools to meet the diverse educational needs of all children and to empower them to become competent, productive contributors to a democratic society and an ever-changing world is more poignant than ever before. Now, therefore, I, David Farkas, do hereby declare my appreciation to the members of the school board and proclaim the month of January 2025 as School Board Recognition Month with the Central Union High School District. I urge all community members to join me in recognizing the dedication and hard work of local school board members and in working with them to create an educational system that meets the needs of our children. The foregoing resolution was adopted upon motion, board members.
Okay, we've had a motion, we've had a second, we've had the reading of the proclamation, now it's a roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Thank you. Oops, motion passed. Now we move on to item number 10, comments from ECSTA. Do we have anybody here this afternoon or this evening?
Good evening.
Yes, it has a green light on, you're good to go.
Good evening, new board members and colleagues and parents and students in attendance. My name is Gabino Dueñas. I am the president of El Centro Secondary Teachers Association. First off, let me just say welcome. Congratulations on what else can I say?
Thank you.
I just want to say that we have a tremendous amount of work ahead of us. You know, school year is the semester's coming to a close, but, you know, as teachers, as board members, your work has just started, but, it's always going to be ongoing. I do want to say that, we have just started negotiations, and, I just want to have you, when you guys take a look at the proposal, just encourage you to make the district's team be willing to meet with us as often as possible so that we can get the job done, because this year it's a successor contract, and it's just too many items that need to be discussed and worked out. So just availability for meetings is what we request of the board, because if not, then I'd be in violation of, I don't know how many different statutes, right? So I won't try to negotiate with you. I will never do that. I also want to invite you all to dinner to meet members of our association, so we can sort of get you guys up to speed as to some of the things that we would like to discuss with you. I understand that we can't meet with you all at once, but we'll try to schedule some dinner meetings with some of the new ads, some of the, not old, some of the incumbents. We'd like to meet with you guys at some point in time, hopefully in January. I'll put together a group of our members that would like to have a sit-down conversation, just to talk about things that are going on in the district that you may not be aware of, situations, problems that we see, things that we hope you can address. But again, those would not be negotiated items at all, so it'd just be conversations. And once again, welcome. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do we have anybody here this evening from CSEA? Okay, before we go into closed session, I just want to thank you once again for being here. Teachers, I know this is crunch time. You've got finals coming up. Students, I know we don't have our student reps here this evening, but they're usually here, and wish you all the best for a happy, safe holiday season, and get some rest. January will be here before you know it. So we will go into closed session.